What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the BirdCage LLC. We're going to get you straight and we're going to get you laced. But before we do, hit that like and subscribe button on your way in. We'll catch you in a second. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get this thing tapped in, folks. We got K-Dub in the building joining us tonight. We're going to get to it. And also, we have another one of our members in the BirdCage LLC joining us tonight this week. We got Graybeard in the building. What's happening?
Fellas, what's going on? How everybody doing?
What's going on? The great one. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Man, just ready to get for this Sunday night game and get this preview down and just we got to get our lick back from last year, but we gonna break into that because at this point, but on a serious note,
more than getting our lick back. We don't,
getting the first win of the season. Shoot,
that first win of the season, primetime football Sunday night, the only game that's gonna be on. We gotta represent.
Hey man, shout out to our boy Dennis. Shout out to our boy Dennis over there, the Ignorant Thinkers podcast. That's he's an Eagles fan, but he definitely supports the show every week, like we try to do for him. When we support his show, because he definitely is here every week and he tunes in and whatnot. So shout out to my guy Dennis or whatnot doing his thing. Ron and everybody over there, Chocolate Girl, and everyone that's over there in that podcast. Thank y'all for y'all support and everything else. But speaking of support, we want to definitely reach out and say condolences to the families of 9/11. Today is September the 11th, as we remember those tragedies of the Twin Towers, New York, the Pentagon, and so many other things that happened. We just wanted to make sure we put that out because around that time, you two were actually in the military. Well, you were getting out the service. You were going into the service. I was still in high school. I was a freshman when that happened. So want to shout out to all my brothers and sisters that participated in that war right there as well. Today's the anniversary of the start of that. So
just got out of MEP. Just got out of MEP when that happened. And then that I turned on, I'm like, oh boy. So, yeah.
But you know what? Yeah. You were blessed. You're here. And you know, God took care of you. So
you never lied about that.
Let's see how the Lord is gonna try to help take care of these birds this week. Cause boy, after last Sunday, we need this win. But,
need positive energy and good vibes.
Hey man,
important weekend.
Look, we already beat the Tampa Bay game like a dead horse, so we ain't even going down that route. We gonna preview the Minnesota Vikings game this week. First off, let's start off with it. We got our Dirty Bird topics before we get into our Atlanta and Minnesota preview or whatnot. This is gonna get interesting. Radio personality and BirdCage alumni, Mr. Buck Bellew. He ripped the Falcons coaching staff this week on 680 or whatnot this week, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And the main criticism that he had, and I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm gonna get Graybit to start it and K-Dub. He rips Atlanta and how they use Jalen Walker in that first game. When do you see an off-ball linebacker, as he stated, setting the edge? When do you see an off-ball linebacker setting the edge on every play that he's in? Honestly.
You don't. I mean, you don't. I mean, I think we fall in love with the hybrid player. But anybody who watched the tape on Jalen Walker know what type of linebacker he is and how he's been effective. If Coach Raheem, which I know he had a great deal of football knowledge, if he don't know how to utilize, or anybody on that defense don't know how to utilize Jalen Walker, go back and look at Kirby Smart and how they utilized him and how they moved him around. He wasn't just strictly on the edge for 4 down. It makes no sense. It don't, especially when you got other players to rotate to help get that edge. He is effective when he is playing his natural condition. Yeah, he can freak of nature. Yeah, he can play multiple positions, but he is more perfected as a linebacker. So I don't know. Maybe they know. I mean, maybe they see something that we don't see, but I'm just saying.
And here's the problem, and I got you, K-Dub. Here's the problem. When you look at how they used him or whatnot, what was Baker Mayfield doing? You were supposed to use him as a spy for Baker, because the way Georgia used him was to spy those fast quarterbacks and pretty much play the flats, play the running backs coming out. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is this here. Maybe it might be the playbook. We don't know. K-Dub, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, he did discuss prior to the season starting that they wanted to see him play on the edge first, but I think he's just going to have to walk that back after looking at film and seeing, okay, well, this guy is explosive and multifaceted. So I think you're doing a disservice, like what Baloo was stating in his soliloquy, that you don't take a guy that's multi and used to doing basically a Dutch of all trades, and you try to pigeonhole him in one spot. So I just feel like Brick took the wrong approach. I think he wanted to ease him along, but he's not an ease along player. He's a guy that's used to absorbing a lot of knowledge, a lot of positions, and a lot on his plate, and continue to put it on his plate so he can eat. So you don't take a guy that high, just like Buck Bellew said, to not use him properly. I'm going to back that up and confirm that what Buck Bellew was saying. And we do need to use this guy the proper way. But I mean, I'm also to the fact that trying to break a little bit of inch of solitude to say, okay, let's see what he wants to do with him. But I'm of the mindset of Buck Bellew. Use this guy the way he's supposed to be used, all over the damn field. Get him, just get after the quarterback by any means necessary, and lean into your Georgia days and fly off that football. So that's just what I feel. But I understand that Coach Brick did go through detail that he was going to try to use him on the edge strictly, but I don't see that working in the first game. I mean, it may work in the second game. We may see some 2 or 3 sacks by Jalen Walker, but we don't know. So we have to this Sunday night. I'll be having my popcorn ready, getting ready to watch this primetime matchup this evening. I mean, Sunday.
But that basically like putting Will Anderson at the 3 edge for 4 down.
No.
You think the Texans would do that?
And
no.
But here's my thing. When you look at how we used him, you look at the fact that man literally ran on our defense and picked up crucial first downs. If we had Jalen spying on him, he's to take off. Here's the thing. He's still learning the playbook. Pierce, all the rookies are still learning. I get it. But the one thing that you don't have to learn, because what got you to the NFL, running, tackling, playing with effort. You pretty much tell him, hey, if you don't know what you're doing, go get the quarterback. Lawrence Taylor talked about it his first. Think about it. Lawrence got rookie of the year as the outside linebacker and was the defensive player of the year as a rookie. And he knew nothing. He even said it. He said, you know what? He said, hell, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go get the quarterback, or I'm just going to chase the play now. That was what was unique about his skill set. He would be defiant just to make a play. He would be defiant to make a play. And that was what really kept him in a position to where he was a top player that could screw up anything that you do offensively. Wow. And think about it. He did not know the playbook during his rookie year.
Yeah,
Now, that should tell you something when you talk about somebody that is a freak of nature. But again, he stayed in that whole system with Parcells and Belichick. Parcells becomes the head coach. Belichick moves up. Belichick teaches him that defense. And you, as Belichick likes to say with Lawrence Taylor, you tilt the field. And I'm not comparing Jalen Walker to Lawrence Taylor. You tilt the field when you put this kid in a position to do what he knows what he has to do. Right now, he's just trying to make the coaches happy. That's what he's trying to do. And mainly all the rookies are. But at this point, I'm with Buck and I'm with you guys. You got to use this guy in a position to get these mobile quarterbacks down to the ground. You have to, because McCarthy will run. That's something that we know. McCarthy will run.
Chicago
found that out
Monday night.
So at this point, I want my man Walker to learn the defense, but I need him to say, hey, you're accountable for that quarterback. If he goes to the bathroom, you flushing the toilet. If he wants to go to the refrigerator, you're pouring his Kool-Aid. This is pretty much what you're going to be doing Sunday night. This is what I need you to do. Now, no one's going to talk about the fact that Jalen did have a couple of tackles in the game too. So he did not disappoint with stepping on the field. He or JPJ. They definitely made their names known, even though some things were quiet or whatnot. But hey, it is what it is at this point. But moving on to the next topic, we got to talk about the keys to getting the first win in 2025. The Falcons defense must continue to dominate as the offensive rhythm is being established. Right now, defense got to win ball games for us at this point, because we can't even coach ourselves out of a wet paper bag right now. Really, we can't. K-Dub, I'm going to start with K-Dub, bring it to Gray, and then I'm going to top that off. When you look at how the defense started off in the first few quarters before they got tired, because you saw it on the field and you saw it pretty much, you used the human eye. When you looked at the aggressiveness of this defense and everything that came with it, what did you see that was different that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with this Falcons defense for this season, and gives you the confidence that they're going to lead while this offense tries to figure itself out?
Well, like I say, man, from the eye test, they just look a lot faster than they did last year. We got a lot of youth. The youth movement is showing dividends. We dropped like 3 interceptions. If you factor in 3 of those interceptions, we catch all 3 of them. It's a different ball game. You give 3 times to Michael Penix and that offense to work, to actually try to generate more points, to try to go win that game by more than what we lost it by. So 31, what's Billy bad at all, has continued to get it and get better repetition out there and get more comfortable in this NFL, this league. It's going to be scary. Just watch out. Like I say, man, I don't feel like they really got tired. I feel like there's a lot of blown assignments and a lot of rest from not playing in the preseason. I don't want to tackle that anymore. But you're going to see those mishaps happen because, you know, we let our guys sit on the sideline. So hopefully stop us from the win on Sunday night. But we're going to see some little mishaps here. We're knocking off a little bit of rust that we probably could have gotten if we played a little bit more in that preseason. But I don't want to harp over spoiled milk. I just feel like this defense will get it together once they start using these people properly, because we had an outstanding rush. We one of the top teams, you know, for us at the rush, but we're not getting the guy on the ground. So once we unlock that, getting the quarterback on the ground, I think this will be a lot better and greater defense than we had last year. We can't just look at this small sample size and get enamored by game one when guys that even play all preseason. That was their first taste of some real live action and going in and out. So yeah.
And I agree with you on that when you speak on the fact that we had rust and the fact that the starters didn't play. And this is what happens. It's to a point to where that timing has to get down. They have to gel. They have to get comfortable. They have to play together. And that's on every facet of the game. So at this point, I just think the defense has got to be the catalyst. Graybeard. Now, when we talk about the offensive rhythm, because K-Dub pretty much covered the defense, what type of rhythm needs to be established with this offense in your eyes to get this team going into the proper direction at this point?
Well, for me, in my personal opinion, for this offense to be where they want to be, we need to establish that identity on what type of offense we're going to be. I think Gak Robinson and the guy really need to nail in what type of identity we are as a football team. I mean, for me personally, I think when we run the ball efficiently, that's why we are more efficient offense. Of course, we're going to show off with Michael Penix and the holocaust of an arm we got and the weapon we got on the outside. But the engine that get this offense going is the run game with Bijan. And I think the problem with Dak here right now, and it's still a sample kind of like K-Dub. He's trying to make this offense the Bijan offense instead of Bijan just being one component of the offense. And people are going to catch up on that, all the motion that we got and whatever, and they're going to key in on that. You forget you got a 1,000-yard rusher who broke William Andrews' record in freaking Tyler Algier. Use that combination that you've been done previously. It worked. Bijan is the lightning, Tyler is the hammer. And that way we can win them down in the third and fourth quarter, and we start being able to control the clock. We controlled the time of possession in that football game. We had the ball for over 34 minutes. So time of possession is not really an issue. It's the fact that we can't build continuity and rhythm with the offense because he's trying to just force feed Bijan Robinson to death. And that way, the defensive coordinator are just going to key in on that and be like, oh, that's all you're going to do? Little wheel route right there, a little screen pass to the outside. You got to get a little bit more creative with these play calls. I'm not saying take Bijan out of the equation, but he's not the entire equation. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand.
I just
And
figure you're gonna see a lot more Bijan with all these injuries we have. So just get used to it the next couple of weeks to get everybody back to 100%. You're gonna see a whole lot of more Bijan, Kyle Pitts, and the guys that are healthy that's available for us. I mean,
well, Drake's
get
gonna be
everybody
playing this
back.
week. Drake's gonna probably
That's
end
what I'm
up
saying. I
playing
mean,
this week,
yeah,
and Mooney's gonna be. They already said Mooney's gonna be playing this week too, so he's getting his first start. So
yeah.
we're getting our starters back. But you're
I'm praying.
absolutely
I'm
right.
praying all these guys play. I'm praying them
Yeah,
all these guys play. I've been talking about speaking about health for like
Oh, yeah.
I
and
want all these guys to play, but it's all about how healthy are they? Are they going to just be out there as decoys, or are they going to be 110% giving us their all? You know what I'm saying?
so
That's
here's
the thing about
but
Bijan nursing
here's
again.
my point on this right here on this topic that we were talking about. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth.
Go ahead.
They're gonna get these boys. They're gonna get Drake, and they're also gonna get Mooney in the rhythm. Mike is just gonna do it because Drake is his go-to guy. That's his guy. He loves Mooney, but Drake is his dude. And they didn't have a good outing in the first game. So you know that he's at least wanting to get him comfortable. Even if he doesn't score any touchdowns, he wants him to get comfortable with touching the football and at least getting positive yards, moving the chains, and really getting him settled in the 2025 season with this offense. Mooney
Right.
as well. Now, to Graybeard's point, here's my thing. I've been saying this since they drafted Bijan Robinson. Stop force feeding this dude. Like seriously, use him. He's one of the best backs in the game. Is no questions about it. But you got the other back that's damn near just as good. But no one knows that unless you were a Falcon fan and you watch Tyler Algier. That's all I'm saying. You have to use the weapons that are granted towards you. Because here's my thing. God forbid You keep running Bijan and he gets hurt. Knock on wood. All I'm saying is at this point, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Every position is one hit away from going to your backup. Then you're gonna have to lean on Tyler Algier at this point. Like, start taking the pressure off of Bijan's body. This is what I mean. Stop trying to force feed this dude because you want him to have tread on the tires. We had a 17 game season. Balance the load. Balance the load out. Don't just put all this work on him. I get that he's in shape. I get that he's there. We get it. We know it. But why wear him down now when you can have him fresh for the playoffs or making a playoff run? Why not? We're going to need those. We're going to need his legs later on down the season, and we don't need him getting nicked up. So let Tyler get some of this burn. And hell, even let Carter get some carries. Start rotating your backs so you can start getting some continuity with your running game at this point. Because the running game, and that's the next topic that we're getting ready to touch on right now, since we're talking about it, the running game we're lacking right now. We have an inability to run the football. We got penalties that are killing us on top of that. So at this point, you have to be able to run the football and you have to have a consistent rotation. That's where I'm at with it. So Falcons' inability to run the football. I'm going to let Graybeard start this one. And then K-Dub. Falcons' inability to run the ball, penalties, and offensive inconsistency has to improve because you don't need to wear this defense down. This defense is good. They just need energy when it's time to close the game out because they were dog tired at the end of this game, the first game.
Oh, yeah. Man, what up?
So what you got, man?
I was just going to say, without a doubt, man, I think the running the football is going to be the engine for the offense. And I understand Gak want to be creative with the motion and whatever, but sometimes the way he call and play for the route for whatever to get open or whatnot, it takes too long sometimes and whatever. And you go back and look at Tampa and look at what they did defensively. Man, they were keying in on them routes, man, and whatnot because our inability to run the football effectively. So for me, I think I hopefully this week of practice they really focus on trying to get that continuity with running the football on the penalty and with the penalty. Penalty come from not playing in the pre-game. Let you keep it a beam. First team offense did not play all pre-season. So we should expect some penalties coming because they still trying to find their foot in their rhythm, trying to get the offensive line up to speed. And the inconsistency, again, it comes from not playing the preseason. If freaking the Kansas City Chiefs, if Pat Mahomes can chat him behind out there and play about 1 or 3 carries, Joe Burrow, all them guys, and they look a little bit more better offensively than we did, that says a lot. I understand that injury was the main priority, especially with Michael Penix, because we drafted him so high, and we don't want to get our future in the fake of this franchise injured. And I understand the precaution, but the caveat and the downside to that is you're going to have more penalties, more than likely, and you're going to see a lot more rust on this team when it comes to freaking trying to get continuity and rhythm offensively. So it's almost like a tit for tat. I mean, double-edged blade, if you want to call it like that. So I think Raheem and the coaching staff really got a ball in and just trying to get a flow of rhythm with the running game. Because I believe you get the flow of rhythm with the running game started, Michael Penix is going to naturally get into rhythm because he's just that guy at quarterback, and you're starting to see that.
K-Dub, how do you feel as if the penalties, when we talk about playing disciplined football or whatnot, how can we cut down on these penalties and sustain these drives to keep our defense fresh, in your opinion?
Now, like I said, just have your continue to have your mental makeup and your IQ ready to go, man. Quit making simple mental mistakes. Know the down and distance. Continue to listen carefully for the cadence and everything of that nature. To get the offense going, man, we have to get quick offenses. We don't like Graybeard was insinuating. We need quick passes. We don't need long developing plays. We need get guys into space it didn't work running with with Tampa Bay because you got Big Vita Vea up there clogging up the middle. We'll see how it goes against Minnesota, but you see, you can't drive that nail into that wall with that big boulder standing behind the other side of the wall. That would have to be new, innovative, and creative when you're up there calling plays. Getting it out there on the edges really quick, letting these guys get out into space, and then let them dictate after the catch is what we needed to be doing in that last game. Now Tyler Algier, he's a downhill runner. He gets up there, he runs down here. He's great for short yardage situations, but he's not the greatest of runners out of the backfield for us catching it out of the backfield. So that's what I noticed. He's a very good downhill and my shoulder pads and run downhill type of runner. That's what we need to use him for. Use him in the proper situations, like you guys were referring to, and get it out there quick. Get it out there quick. Get that ball out of Michael Penix's hands in less than 3 seconds, and let him quit. The quicker decisions he make, the better player he is. Don't have these long developing routes, long developing plays that get our offensive line, which is banged up, and then getting our quarterback hit multiple times, and he taking shots that he don't need to take. But that's just my opinion on the offense. Continue to get more consistent. Continue to get better and clear about the offense that you're trying to run. Zach Robinson and go out there and execute at a high level, man, and get this offensive line playing at a better, basically a better level than they played last week, and continue to open up holes for the running backs to run through. Because I didn't see a whole lot of holes. That's just my opinion, but I mean, I don't know. I was in the building. I didn't see a lot of holes. I've seen a lot of closed holes. I see a lot of Villa whipping big birds. He turned into little birds out there. Instead of big birds, he was little birds. Behind whipped out there Sunday. But if we don't have that happen again.
Well, it's not much you're gonna be able to do with Vita Vea. He's just one of those players that's just gonna get his. You're not neutralizing that, you're not stopping. He's just gonna get it. And that's been with everybody, even when people have double teamed this man. And we've seen that with elite offensive lines. He's literally made Sundays bad for a lot of people. And we're talking about damn good players, Hall of Fame caliber players. He's gonna have a gold jacket one day. That thing is probably gonna look like a bed sheet or whatnot, but he gonna have, you know what I'm saying, a gold jacket. It's just what it is.
I know he's great, but he was getting that's our problem. That's what happened to us.
Hold up. So in this sense, what I'm saying is with the offensive identity, this is how we're gonna have to do this. Offensively, we really have to figure out what we're going to do. Are you going to run out of the pistol consistently? Are you going to be a run first team? Are you going to be a balanced offense to where you're going to be able to run, pass? Are you going to be able to use your tight ends? These are the questions when we talk about the offensive identity. This is going to be critical for Sunday and for the rest of the season going forward. You have guys that are veterans in this system already that honestly, the timing needs to be there. Sunday is a game where you got to have it, because if you look at the next couple of games that we're going to have with Carolina, with Washington, and you're looking at this is the first 5 games of the season are pretty much going to be some of the toughest games that we play in. Tampa should have been a wash. It should have been a wash, because at this point now, you have a chance to go at least 4-1. Possibly 3-2. You never know because of the inconsistencies with this offense. So until we get this offensive identity, the defense is going to have to carry most of the load with this team. The next thing that we talked a little bit about the wide receivers. Mooney's coming back. Drake's coming back. Now I just put that in there or whatnot. And they're going to have to battle against this banged up Minnesota secondary. And I'm going to pull up the injury report because Jeff Okuda's another one that's hurt. I got it. Surprise, a guy that we had at one point. Wow. And also their elite safety, Mr. Harrison. He's out because of an illness right now, but it's not guaranteed that he's gonna miss. He probably will end up taking some flu medicine, but he's gonna play. But we literally have to take advantage of Minnesota this Sunday. Here you go. So this is pretty much what we're gonna have. Minnesota's, you got the DMPs, Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel, who got hurt in the Chicago game, Ty Chandler, Jeff Okuda, Ryan Kelly, tight end Josh Oliver, and Jim McCarthy, of course, he's gonna play next week. I mean, play this Sunday. And then you had limited participation. Harrison Smith, the elite safety, who I talked about, Chris Darrell. You got the punter, pretty much the punt returner and kick returner, Miles Price with the sore knee, and then you got Isaiah Rodgers with the elbow. With the way that this thing is set up right now, there's no reason why the Falcons should not be able to attack this defense with some of their key pieces being gone. If we can't get this done at this point, it's a problem. We got a problem on our hands if we can't get this done.
We cannot afford to go down 0-2. And it's my opinion. I understand early in the season we can't go down 0-2 because we still trying to, like I said, find our freaking identity and what's going on, my guy. And I just think for me, the way the team Minnesota banked up and they had to exert some energy to beat a Chicago team that was beating them for a good part of the game. I just think for me,
Chicago gave up.
They definitely gave up and towards the end. I just think now we're gonna be on the road, and then we're gonna play in that stadium, which is very hostile to say the least. But the good news is it's in the dome. So I just think the team should really need to come out in full gun and all cylinders and just try to set the tone for next week.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Uncle Louis. Tyler Algiers, Uncle Louis Algier, who supports the show, and our boy Turbo, run it back, Mr. One Gun Auto. Please check out his channel as well. He's got some great car videos. If you guys are into fixing your cars, he's definitely got some videos for you and some great instructions. So please check that out. Go ahead, K-Dub.
Oh no, I lost. I'm catching it in a second. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was making sure I put that plug in. I got One Gun Auto. Got to put that out there for him because he definitely tried to put some good material back out again with fixing cars. Definitely helped me out when I was fixing something on the whip. But here's something else that K-Dub, I'm gonna let you start this one. Okay. The Falcons pass rush, because we were talking about the defense. The Falcons pass rush was literally among some of the top in the league after week 1. Remember the 40 percentile that they showed? How do you feel that this pass rush is going to gel and get back together and possibly look like 2017 all over again?
Well, I want to see them rush more from the middle. I've seen a lot of coming off the edge, but they were circling in it, and then Baker was just running up through the middle. So I want to see them push that pocket from the middle and also come from the edges. Basically, let's come from all directions, man. Don't give these guys an opportunity to escape you. I mean, it's a meeting at the quarterback. I need somebody coming from the middle, pressure coming up the middle, and then pressure coming off the edges. And when you get that guy on the ground, go for the legs. Don't go for upper body. Go for your legs and your ankles. You know, that's what I try to do. These guys. Your upper body is a little bit stronger. You go for those ankles and those legs, you can't go nowhere without an ankle or a leg. But that's just my opinion. You just got a job getting these guys on the ground. I love the pressure. I love the tenacity of just getting off the ball and getting after the quarterback. But we have to get this guy on the ground. We can't just come out of there with no half a sack and 1 sack. And we got all these guys that we took in the first round and all this talent that we have in the pass rushing now. We got to make it happen. We got to come out there with like 3-4 sacks Sunday night, or even 5. Why not? let's have a great day.
I like that.
So I mean, that's just what I'm amping for. I mean, we were close. I mean, I'm just saying how close we were on the turnovers, on the interceptions, man. I mean, once this guy Xavier Watts gets his dang head around and gets it, it locks in, he's gonna take that ball away from some people, man. Him and Jesse Bates. But we just got to make sure that on that pass rush, continue to keep coming off that ball, continue to keep flying, because I've seen them guys coming off the edge. It's just they wasn't getting that push up the middle that they needed to suffice that pass rush. But that's just my opinion moving forward on the pass rush.
That's because Tampa's offensive line in that middle really don't give up nothing. They move stuff in the middle. And the only way that most people can attack them, unless you just you gotta have a, I'm just gonna be honest, you got to have a Jalen Carter, Aaron Donald type of player to be able to disrupt the middle of that defense. I mean that offensive line, because that center and those guards and tackles, they don't give up much in the middle. Unfortunately, that was a long day, and it's not like we got soft players or nothing like that, because Zach Harrison to me was getting in the backfield consistently. I saw 96 in that backfield consistently, and that was my breakout D lineman for the year. I know people were talking about Dorless, but I said Zach Harrison's the one that's got that motor that's going to be disruptive, because if you notice, Baker, Pierce, and Harrison really got Baker off the mark a lot and made him move when Baker did not want to move. So I think that's going to play into our favor going into this ball game. And the one thing we know, Zach Harrison already knows about JJ McCarthy, because you got to remember, McCarthy was an old player when they won that national championship. So he got to play against Zach Harrison when he was at Ohio State. So again, the jersey might have changed, but tendencies don't change when it comes to people. It's just like being in a relationship. So again, you have to look at the fact that you got somebody that's got familiarity with that quarterback and knows his do's and his don'ts. Now, unfortunately, he never beat JJ McCarthy in college, because Ohio State been getting punched on by Michigan for some time now. You know, and literally got punched on last year. But we ain't gonna get too heavy into that. We'll say the college football for another time. But getting to it, as K-Dub said, our edge rushers, we know we got edges, but you got to start dialing up pressures in the middle. Even if you can't get pushed, you have to have somebody where you're speed rushing, or if you can't get pressure there, you're gonna have to start calling up safety blitzes at this point, because Billy Bowman is a weapon. You got to use him. You got to use him coming up this week. And if you saw how he filled a couple of gaps, running lanes or whatnot, gaps, and he was able to either force somebody into garbage, or he was able to take on a blocker and break it and make a tackle. That right there says enough about a weapon like that. And he really can be a difference maker if they decide to run as well. Him and Jalen Walker, both of them dudes could be spies. So it's just in how we use them, man.
Yeah, I just feel like we got so many weapons that Brick is really starting to learn these guys, because I would send blitzes from coming from all over. I would send Billy Badass, because you just did have different stunts where it doesn't look like snap, but when he snaps the ball, he comes right up through that middle gap once it opens up. Or you can send another linebacker, or you can send Jalen Walker through that gap. Just send different stunts, different blitzes, guys coming from the cornerback position, guys coming from this end, that end. Give these quarterbacks something to really think about when they come up there pre-snap, where they don't know what the hell is going on, where they just getting rocked from left and right. That's what you got to do. You got to surprise them, just like they surprised us. But we practiced for what they showed us last year, that we beat them twice. They came out and confused our whole defense. They was running stuff we ain't never seen before.
Yeah, they had a brand new toy on the outside.
Yeah, so I mean, we got to do the same thing with our defense. We got to surprise them. Oh, this is what Atlanta ran on us last year. No, this is what we running this year. Surprise! And then here we come. So we got to get new, innovative, creative, get exotic with these blitzes, and come out to JJ McCarthy show and have him show that he's a rookie, man. Because Chicago was doing it and they fell asleep, because I was watching that game. And
But here's
this
the
guy
problem
go
we
off.
got. But here's the problem we have, and you got to remember, we got a new defensive coordinator, got a new system in here, and a lot of guys. Let's be real, learning the system, and I don't think he changed much, but there are some wrinkles that are a lot different, and he has to. Coach Olbrich, I'm not gonna say he, I'll just say Coach Olbrich has to start trusting his defense and being able to trust what is there. Right now, he doesn't have a trust factor with anybody on his defense except Fuller, because he and AJ, because they were here when he was here. I'm sorry, Fuller played for him in New York. AJ played for him here in Atlanta. He's still learning his personnel at this point and learning how to trust them, just like they're still learning how to trust him. So I think we're gonna get blitzes, but we're not going to get that all-out blitz probably until the middle of the season because those guys are still learning his system. And you can tell that they're hungry to make plays, and the reason we're making mistakes is because guys are still overthinking a lot of stuff, and they're not just playing football just yet because they're still learning the intricacies of this new system that's been brought in.
I agree.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's what I was trying to articulate. But you got the nail on the tail on the dump right
No, you putting out some valid points with that.
now.
I'm just sliding on here and just
Yeah.
cleaning it up, man, because you pretty much put it out there. It's just like this. We've been doing the show for a couple of years now. We pretty much can feed off of different things, or if something is said or something has happened, we might be frustrated for a sec or whatever, but we know how to snap back because I can trust you to come through with a piece of information or vice versa. You trust me to come through, and we just know how we operate. Even if we butt heads or whatever, we know how we all operate. And that's the same thing that the Falcons have to get to the point of where they trust each other, because you can see that guys are hungry, but they don't trust each other fully yet. And that right there is tough. Now, if we'd have had a competent defensive coordinator last year, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Lord,
This year.
You knew it was coming.
Do not bring that man up. She.
No, it's just no. I'm not gonna bring it up.
Run over again.
He that shall not be named or whatnot. If you would have had a competent defensive coordinator in here with this team, we probably wouldn't be going through the issues that we're going through at this point when it comes to this defense. We'd just be concerned about how this offense is going to respond. Right now, it's uncertainty. But from what we saw from the litmus test, the eye test, little litmus test that we got, I like what we can do. We just got to finish ball games.
Got to finish.
And got to create turnovers.
That too.
So here's something else we got to put up. Emotional equity has been the term of the past couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Emotional equity could possibly cost Raheem Morris in the long run. We see this in how these press conferences are going. We see in how things are being handled. Emotional equity is only going to get you as far as the corner. You're not going to be able to jump on the martyr with no damn equity or whatnot unless it's money. And the money equity that you got that I'm talking about is your special teams. It's not just the field goal kicker. It's your special teams in general. Because there are a lot of issues, and you have emotional ties to guys on this team that don't need to be here. I get it. Felipe Franks made a hell of a hit in that ball game. But again, that's once in a blue moon. Not consistent enough for me. Wasted roster spot. You let Simeon Barrow go, and you're still keeping guys on this roster that don't need to be here. And Simeon Barrow was a problem as a D lineman. Was nice. But you got this guy on the practice squad right now. But you want to bring a Felipe Franks in because you have emotional equity. You're keeping the young way cool around because you have emotional equity at this point. Look, that emotional equity is going to get you a pink slip. And I ain't talking about from William Amy either. I'm talking about from the man that's literally a former, pretty much the owner of Home Depot in these Falcons, Mr. Arthur Blank. And unfortunately, Terry might be going with you, and I don't want Terry to go. So all I'm saying is this: get your emotional equity out the door. Get us somebody in here who can perform as a kicker, please. Because if we have to depend on a kicker at the end of the ball game, we need to have something that's reliable at this point. And I got something I'm going to pull up for you guys because D. Orlando Ledbetter, they ended up bringing up some things or whatnot. We had a kicker's tryout, and I'm gonna pull up that list for you. This is embarrassing for a team of this caliber to have a kicking tryout at this point in the season. This should have been done in the offseason.
Should have been done at camp.
Agreed. Off season. So this is the tryout list. You have Michael Bagley. You got a punter because of what we saw in Bradley Pinion not wanting to tackle anybody, and he had a shot at a guy that was half his size. Jack Browning. We have Zane Gonzalez. We have Ryan, Heicher. And then when you go back down, and they did. But these are the tryouts this is from Tuesday. They had a tryout. Okay. They brought in Romo, but this is a tryout list.
So that's what they brought in.
Yeah, you got about 4 kickers on that. And then here's the other thing that no one's talking about. Outside of Romo or whatnot, Romo is a guy that played in New Orleans. He, we're bringing in all these former Saints players at this point.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice that too.
And the sad part about us bringing in all these Saints players, these are guys that aren't even going to make it anywhere else. We're just pulling guys off the street at this point. I mean,
we got to get a kicker from somewhere. We don't want Cool.
Hey, man, but Cool was coming from San Diego. He already had NFL experience when we got him. So he was already – go ahead.
No, I'm talking about to replace him. I mean, we don't want him kicking anymore. We got to go somewhere to go get a kicker. I understand it should have been did in the preseason and the off season. We brought in the international guy. It's something they don't like about him. I don't know. They didn't give him a shot. They go bring in all these other kickers. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kicker. So
they can't get rid of him because of the rules they have. So
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe they feel like he needs some more development. They get a guy shot to say we're going to try Craig out. They just went and brought in this guy Romo, that's has experience kicking in the NFL. But I'm like, man, get this guy a shot. He could be your next Matt Bryant or whatever. You don't know who this guy can be if you don't give him a opportunity. And he's here. But I mean, hey, they went and brought in Romo. It saves 11 for 12. Minnesota, let's see what he does because Cool, we already seen what you're gonna do, and it ain't finna be looking too good. So, yeah, that part.
Now, here's the thing: John Parker Romo is an Atlanta guy. He's pretty much he's from Peachtree City.
Huh.
He's played at multiple colleges. He played at Central Arkansas, Tulsa, and Virginia Tech. He went undrafted, and he's been on practice squads pretty much his whole career. And he ended up playing for the San Antonio Brahmas in the XFL back in the day. So here's the thing about him. He's attempted 12 field goals in his career. He's made 11. He has a field goal percentage of 91.7%. Now, his longest field goal that he's made is 55 yards.
Not bad.
With only 12 attempts in the game. Maybe he might be a guy that comes off the street and becomes the Matt Bryant. But Matt Bryant was doing that in New York back in the day. He was killing it in New York. So at this point, all we can do is hope and pray that this kid comes in, this young man comes in. What's going on, Debo? And this man comes in and he actually performs at a level to where not only does he take this job, you pretty much are going to keep Lenny Craig, ask Lenny Craig, can you punt? Because if this dude can really kick, you're not ever touching the field as a kicker, a place kicker. You better see if you can punt, bro. That's the only way that you're going to get on the field.
Both people from out there, you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just at this point where emotional equity is going to cost us, but it is what it is, man. Let's go ahead and get up to it. We already talked about special teams. We just got to clean up mistakes. This is not even a long segment. Got to tackle better, got to block better, and really got to just be better all the way around in the third phase of the game. We beat this with a dead horse on Sunday. Yeah. So there's no need to even continue to even go down that route. So at this point, we're going to slide over to another part of the show where we're going to talk about the matchup between Atlanta and Minnesota. We got the preview, but the first thing that we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our X factors. Okay. So the X factors for this week, I'm gonna say my X factors are gonna be the line of scrimmage, offensive line and defensive line. If they can't get it together with being able to get a push and control the line of scrimmage this week, we lose this ball game. Those are my two X factors in this ball game. They have to play a very good game on the road.
I can hear
D
that.
line has to be able to tackle and have to be able to generate pressure, as K Dub said earlier. Offensive line has to be able to make holes for Bijan and Tyler Algier and keep Penix upright in pass protection. What are your X factors for this week, K Dub?
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, I don't know, man. I mean, I know he's coming back off injury, but I want to say Darnell Mooney on offense, and on defense, I want to go Xavier X-Man Watts on defense.
Dang, you took my guy.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't apologize. Y'all did that to me last year. Now you see how it feels. That's what you get.
Go ahead, Great Beard.
For me, my my X factor going to be Gak Robinson for the at the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
He had to get the flow of the offense, and he got to be done quickly. The first two periods of the game are going to be the deciding factor of the game, in my opinion. We got to be able to generate points whenever we can in our hostile field and try to take the crowd out of it. So that's gonna be my X factor offensively. Defensively, since you took my guy, I'm gonna go back to Jalen Walker. Reason why I think Jalen Walker is I want to see Coach Olbrich put him in the position as a linebacker, not as much as just lining up across the edge and rushing the quarterback. Because like y'all said, he does so much more than that. And if we can actually get him a little bit more comfortable, not only with the playbook but the flow of the game, man, you're gonna see a great deal of impact he has on the defense. We'll be able to get pressure. We'll be able to get back and turnover. So I just think that those two are my X factor for the game.
Okay. And what we're gonna do now, before we get ready to get to our final thoughts, we're gonna give the fans a chance to get up in here and talk a little bit about what their X factors are and what their score predictions are. So I'm getting ready to drop the link. You want to come in? Come in. We're talking X factors. We ain't giving no damn breakdowns today. We already did that. So if you're coming in here to give a breakdown, Will, I'm talking to you. So we already know what it's gonna be. So I'm letting you know up front. It is X factors and predictions. Please stick to the script, my brother.
The man love the game, man. Let that man play.
Don't
I
fire
get it.
nobody today,
We
Pink
all
Slip.
listen. We all love the game, but hell, we got a script we got to follow.
I agree.
Can he get that front fire to generate pressure? That's what I'm talking about, Debo.
Yes, sir. All right. So now that we have Big Will coming up in here, excuse me, Pink Slip Will, we got to give him his introduction, as we always say.
Pink slip.
Pink Slip Will.
What up?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Pink Slip?
What's going on? I told you I'm gonna get on right. I told you Zach Robinson need to be better in play caller, but I'm gonna keep my faith in him. My X factor is line of scrimmage for one. Two,
Okay.
uh, time of possession. Time of possession. We got to have the winners game. We got to have the ball
I
more
like
than
that.
keep Jason McCarthy and Justin Jefferson on the sideline. And three, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go with my pass rush, man. They're gonna have to hit home. They're gonna have to hit home. You got to hit home. And we get McCarthy off his bad spots and sack him, and keep him off the sideline. We win the ball game. We come with a victory. So my defensive line will be my key factor, my X factor. I mean,
I like that.
All right. I can rock with
All
that.
right. I like it.
I like it.
Man, and here's the one thing that no one is also going to talk about when we talk about it as an X factor: special teams.
Lord
That's an honorable mention in this game.
Forgot about that. I forgot about that, Ryan. 'Cause we was horrible in the coverage.
I ain't. Yeah, I'm not just talking about no. And here's the thing. I'm not just talking about who. I'm not just talking about that. No, special teams. Our kick coverage has to be better. Our punt coverage has to be better when we're in lane assignments, and when you get hands on a guy, you cannot put lazy hands on a guy. When we say you got to put violent hands on him, when you hit, you got to make them feel it. That's the whole thing. As a special teamer, you're pretty much a crash dummy. It's what it is. Before we go ahead and get to it, I got to bring my man Nando in the building. Got to give him his welcome.
Nando.
What's going on?
What's going on, my guy?
Man, I can't call it, man. I need some more play action, man. That's my biggest offensive X factor. I'm sick of that pistol.
Me
We
too.
all-
That pistol ain't going nowhere though.
It's
That
only
pistol
one.
ain't going nowhere.
It's only
Goal
one.
line, we in pistol though. We got problems.
It's only one pistol you're not sick of, and you got to have a Second Amendment to have it.
Yeah.
that pistol, what my family keeps putting out there on that field, I'm about sick of that pistol. It ain't working,
Bro.
I mean, but did you hear them explain the pistol though? I don't see them coming out of it. They say he
No,
like
they
it.
ain't coming out
He
of it.
No,
like
I don't see it coming out
it.
of it either.
Here's the thing.
That's what Pennis is most comfortable with.
But here's the thing.
I've been playing in that since I was a kid. So,
but here's the thing. If you don't have the offensive line to protect you in that, and you are having more negative plays than you're having positive plays, you got to scrap that. You got to scrap that at some point. Not saying take it all the way out the playbook, but you can't run.
There you go.
You can't run 85% out of this formation. Here's the thing. We don't see, for number one, you don't see quarterbacks going to center anymore like that. Penix goes under center, but he doesn't go up under that much. Neither did Kirk in this offense. When you also look at it, let's be honest, you don't see a regular shotgun as you used to see back in the day. Everybody's modernizing different things. And as Coach Mike Smith said when he came on here, we went from going pretty much teaching people grass lanes and different assignments to where we're just teaching a concept. Like, no, if you understand the intricacies of the game, you have to understand that concepts are cool, but you need to teach these guys different intricacies that's going to expound them as offensive players. That was why Tom Brady, when he sat down and he had that conference, if y'all remember, and he said, quarterbacks are not truly quarterbacks anymore. They're game managers. They don't understand doing things. They don't understand how this flows. So when you have him, Peyton Manning, and many other quarterbacks, Warren Moon, and all these legends that are talking about it, who played this position at the highest level and won, I'm listening to the cats that did it and they won. These young cats are just going really off of Tecmo Bowl plays. We see it all the time.
He ain't lying.
One thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you go, Nardo, man. This office got to score points in Minnesota, bro. This is a tough, hard environment. We have to see tight ends. I don't want to see no tight ends in motion. I want to see Ray McLeod going into motion, and we taking a deep threat to Kyle Pitts in the middle. We got to get the ball to our playmakers. There's too much talent on this team, Zach Robinson. And what kind of rubbed me the wrong way when he was like, the players got to do better. No, you got to do better. You got to say, I got to call better plays. You never said it in the press conference. So that's all I got to say. Zach Robinson, hold yourself accountable and do better. You know better. This is your second year.
No, he did. I believe him. He did say he needed to coach better. He did say that. So, Pig Slip, you got to go back and watch that interview. I will stand up for the office.
It sounded like he said the players. It sounded like he said the player, but I'm like,
no, he said players, and he said
he
said myself also.
Well, he said players in himself. I know
Okay.
I know specifically because I saw it earlier. You was just going in the chat because you was pissed off. You didn't even listen to what the hell the man was saying. You was just
We
going
just
in.
ready to fuck somebody.
Yeah, like you just ready to
You
fight
fired.
somebody,
Get out
man.
of here.
Yeah, man, cause man, we got a tough schedule this year. I'm serious, guys. We got a tough schedule. We got to at least be getting a wild card or something.
We got a
Everybody, but
tough
here's,
I'm
schedule, but
telling
look,
you.
everybody got to line
one
up on
game at a
Sunday, and
time.
everybody got to play, bro. It is what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
right. You
One
right.
game
You
at a
right. You win
time.
some.
One game at a
You win
time.
some. You lose some. You
It's
live and fight another
small.
day.
Because
Look,
here's the
it's a
thing,
small
that's just
sample
one
size.
game.
Yeah.
It's just one game right now. We have 16
Seven,
games.
yes, actually 17 more games, really,
And,
because you know
and
it's
you
be
gotta and
18.
you gotta keep it in mind that that was our starters' first time on the field. They were sitting there with a chewing bubble gum all goddamn preseason, eating
You're right.
sunflower seeds.
That's
I
why. That's
mean, this is
why.
their
That's
first
why
time.
preseason. That's why preseason matters. I'm not saying we could have played a whole lot of snaps, but you need that chemistry, like Ryan was
But
saying.
he
You
was
need
trying
that.
not to he was
You
trying not
need
to
it.
get these guys healthy, and we see how
But
many injuries we came into the season with, and we were trying not to play them. We
and
still
that what
Yeah,
come and
Ryan.
get banged up.
But hold on. But this thing Ryan said that his ego is the problem because and then you a head coach. If you want to be better from this year, why not give them boys pens at least a good little 1 minute series? Like like
Uh,
everybody getting rushed. This national
Are you
this,
listening? I'm
I'm
just saying
listening.
why he
I'm
didn't play
listening.
him.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
The
But yeah, keep
injuries,
going. Keep
the
going.
injuries.
no. But
Listen,
This
K
is
Duck,
no, but this is
but
what I
K,
was saying. Will was talking about what I said on Sunday, and this is what he was saying. It's not the injuries. Here's the thing: you want Penix to get the ball out a lot faster. You want him to be in this situation. I called this a long time ago. Start off with a 2-minute offense to get him dialed in because he operates like a surgeon in the 2-minute offense. And again, when we talk about it, a lot of people laugh at me when I said he is a modern day Warren Moon. Yes, he's quick, but understand this: he ain't no Michael Vick. He don't
Yeah,
have track speed.
yeah, he don't have
Understand
man.
this?
track speed.
I
He
don't know what
don't
these
have track
fans. I
speed.
don't know why these fans are losing on
No,
Ryan.
wait
Oh
a minute.
Lord.
But a lot of people laugh when I said he was like Warren Moon. I said, I need y'all to go check Mr. Moon's resume. 5 Grey Cups in Canada and was one of the top passers in both leagues. He's in the Hall of Fame in the CFL and the NFL. Not many people can do that because both of those leagues are hard to play in. And he brought that type of play to Houston when they gave him weapons. Penix has weapons. Put him in a 2-minute offense. Let him cook. Let him work. Because think about it. It wasn't a fluke that we marched down on the field in Washington in that last game last season, and he diced up that secondary the way that he did because they were off balance. You have to start off 2-minute offense, get him strong, get the offense going, regardless of how it goes. Don't do it every game, but you need to do it a good amount of the time. Don't put them in the pistol because they're going to be ready for it. Throw something at them that they're not used to, and let Michael get comfortable with starting fast. Then
And
you slow the
also,
game down.
I
Yep.
just want to give credit where credit was due. We need to use more Kyle Pitts. He looked great Sunday. We need to use more of that. I mean, I don't understand why they didn't
He's
give
a
him the ball
threat.
more. The guy was looking outstanding Sunday. I'm like, can we get this guy the ball more? Down the
Yeah.
seams.
And
Down the
we all
seams.
said that Sunday too, because we gave him his credit on the benediction. When we was
I
all
just
pissed
yeah.
off, we all gave him that credit because even at the end of that game, I even said it. No, I'm still not the biggest Pitts fan in the world, and I stand on that. And I
yeah.
damn sure don't care how y'all feel about it. But I will say this though: the man showed up, and the man showed out. Now,
Yeah.
is he showing out now because his contract again? He need this money,
It
or
might be.
is
It
he,
might be.
I think
or is,
so. I think
or
he's
is,
trying to
wait a
get
minute,
paid.
or is he changing because he likes the way that the offense is going, and now he's done pitching his hissy fit, and now he can be the player that we all saw that he possibly could have become in his first year. That's my whole thing. Like,
Uh,
I'm
I
just
think
being honest. Why
I
be
think
uninterested at this point?
I think a culmination of a lot of
Okay.
things. I think number one, the quarterback. He liked the quarterback. He liked Michael
Yeah.
Penix Jr.
Being
That's number
at
one.
home, but being his best friend now.
Hell, he liked
Yeah,
Kirk too, when Kirk was
yeah,
getting
yeah.
them the ball.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no.
number one. Number
But he
two, but
wouldn't
number two,
ride to the games with Kurt. He
No,
ride to the
that
game
don't.
together.
No. I'm not finna even
Nah,
No, we're not finna do
I'm
that.
just
Hell
saying.
no. This
I'm
is
just
exactly
saying.
what it was. Kirk Cousins,
Kirk was going out to eat like that.
Kirk Cousins had a great relationship with Michael Penix in that offseason because guess what? Drake wasn't his go-to. Pitts was his go-to. The game that Pitts quit on him on a route is exactly the reason why he started pouting and he got pissed off. Everybody remembers that because
I remember that.
Because guess what? In the Philly game, he went to him a couple of times. Early in the season, he was going to him, but the game that he quit on him or whatnot, Kirk stopped throwing to him, and that was why he pouted. That was what happened. They were good friends because Pitts was the one who recruited him to come here.
Yeah.
So again, that relationship was still good. So it's not like the relationship was sour. Because the way you making it seem, it's like, look, he asked Kirk to come here. He was the guy who recruited him.
I didn't never say him and Kirk didn't.
But they was you ain't finna. Let's be real. You're not finna sit there and ask somebody, a veteran quarterback at that, who's only got one playoff win, that's a season guy coming off an injury. You're not getting ready to ask him and try to recruit this man to come to Atlanta like you did. And this is outside of Raheem because he talked to him way before Raheem and them got here because they knew the situation with the quarterback that should remain nameless. I'm not finna piss nobody off today. But when he pulled him here, let's just be honest. Pitts did that. Pitts was a big part of him coming here. So that's the reason I'm saying, like, no, Pitts is good with both of them dudes. They both got great relationships. And even after the BS, they still got a really good relationship. It was just business that got messed up. But at the end of the day, he's good with both of them dudes. So
I'm not saying they don't have a relationship, but these guys are doing a lot more than what him and Kirk is doing. I mean, these guys are going out to eat, fishing, doing all kind of stuff. They're playing golf together. I don't know if he was doing all that with Kirk. I mean, these guys are together all the time, every day, all the time together. So,
but did you ever hear Kirk and Pitts ever talk about it? Now, Michael Penix is talking about it. Kirk never talks about anything in his personal life. He never did that, except on that show. That's it.
Kirk got kids and everything. He got more of a family to go home to. Penix still trying to get there. He got a fiance, but he don't have a kid. He got a whole statue thing where he can hang out with Penix probably more. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing. I'm reading tea leaves coming out of their relationship.
I say this though, but when it comes to it, it's money time this year. I ain't looking at that relationship like that. It's money time. That's what I'm looking at. Damn the relationship. It's the money that's on the line right now. Money talks, BS walks. That's pretty much what the NFL is. It's all about that money. It's all about that cash. And at this point, it's time for him to try to get some cash. Because here's the thing. Are we gonna stick with this dude? Are we gonna let him go? Are we gonna bring in another tight end? Or are we, because you gotta remember, Drake's gotta get paid. Bijan's got to get paid. All these other guys got to get paid. Now, if you drop this money on this dude and he starts doing what he did at the beginning, what are you going to say at that point?
Hey, man, that's the chance you take when you give guys contracts. You know, it is what it is. We got to see how he performs this year, and then we'll go from there.
Well, we already know Bijan going to get paid, and Drake definitely going to get paid.
And my thing is, I'm not trying to wait, because here's my thing. I want to keep Mooney here. If you want to be honest, give me Mooney to stay here. Like, if we got to choose between Mooney and Pitts, give me Mooney, because Mooney is going to stretch a defense.
Yeah,
that's speed that you can't teach.
We missed Mooney Sunday. We really missed him. I told y'all he can't hold that man jock strap. He needed that guy. He needed that guy, man.
First off, he didn't even start in that game. Casey Washington was the one who played. Let's get that straight. Now,
I'm saying whoever started in front of him.
Yeah, that was Casey Washington. It was Casey Washington that got burned. And Casey actually was catching them bad boys from Penix.
Yeah, but I like Casey Washington, but he can't hold it.
But I'm saying Casey's hands was consistent. Now, this is one thing we can say about Mooney, and it's been a career issue. His hands ain't consistent all the time. Sometimes he got feet for hands. And he showed that last year. Now, I love me some Mooney, but I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Mooney has a chance to become great, but them hands got to get more consistent.
You said you wanted him back, so you got to love something about it.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid. I ain't fanned out when it comes to my team. I call a spade with these dudes that's on my squad, like it or not. A lot of people don't like the fact, and a lot of people don't like honesty. And let's be honest on this. Falcon fans are just like damn Georgia fans, and I'm a dog and a Falcon. Don't
Here we
nobody
go.
like the, no, it's the truth. Don't nobody like to hear the truth about players that's on their team. It's just the honest to God truth. And Mooney is one of these guys that could be a great football player. The thing that has hampered him, and it has been shown, his hands, even when he was at Tulane, his hands, that is what's hurt him. Am I lying?
Okay.
No,
I think that was on
'Cause,
Mooney's
I mean-
draft card when he got drafted. They say his hands are suspect. You know, he's susceptible to
Uh-oh.
drops.
uh-oh.
That go back
And
to
we
his
got-
draft card when he got drafted.
And I wanted Mooney in Atlanta when he was coming out of Tulane, but Chicago took him because of the fact that they needed somebody to be there for Mitch Trubisky at the end of his career. And Mooney was a guy that had promise, but at the same time, he was in a bad situation in Chicago. Injuries, and then his hands weren't consistent. Now, I'm hoping that his hands become more consistent at this point because we need to keep a deep threat on this team with this offense, especially with Penix being able to have an arm like that. You have to have a deep threat, but them hands can't be feet. And speaking of foot or whatnot, and people putting foot on everybody's neck or whatnot, we got the Cricket Deacon John in the building that's putting foot to everybody. What up, John?
What's going
Boy,
on, John?
you asked for some keys to the game, man. I'm just like a mosquito on a fat man. I don't know where to start biting. This it's just so much. It's just so much. And I got Zach Robinson. When you came into the game Sunday, the only thing that they wanted to do was to stop the run. We found that out by the end of the first quarter. That's all we're trying to do is stop the run. And then when B. John burns them for that little pass that he took all the way to the house, that really got him fired up. I got to take the run away. But as you were saying, Ryan, you are trying to force feed a running back to a defense that's already ready to eat it. I mean, they had the table set. Come on up in here, son. I got something for you. Crack up. Yeah, and that's all you saw Sunday. Pro Bijan and Algier Bijan, anything that was coming out of the backfield, they were ready to eat it up. They were tearing them up. What they should have done, and this is where your offensive coordinator's adjustments are going to have to be. Now, you got to start throwing the ball. And look, and you got to send somebody deep. I don't care who it is. I don't care if Mooney's on the field or not. Go down there. Draw a pass interference penalty. Draw a holding penalty. Illegal contact. I thought we were going to get one on Cordell Hodge over there on the left side because the man definitely ran into him. Okay? Ran into him.
But John, as a wide receiver, Cordero should have kept running. Now, y'all know Cordero's one of my guys. I love them HBCU boys. I'm always going to fight for him. But I'm going to tell you, just like I said Sunday, damn it, he should have kept running because the ball literally was placed right in front of him. All he had to do was just look.
Yeah.
All he had to do was look. And that DB that was in front of him, John, he was so much smaller than him. He just threw him off a quick second. That's a problem. That's
He hit it. He touched him and threw him off stride. And see, my thing is that y'all look here, Falcons. And I got to go back to this defensive line. I'm gonna go to this defensive line. Now, I like the draft picks that we got. I like the people that we have. They were getting back there, as you guys noticed. But the game changed when they stopped. The game changed when they decided to start holding, and nobody said anything about it. So since you're not going to officiate the game right, okay, Falcons, it's time for you to go get a fat, stinking, narrow neck, buck tooth, knock knee, reprobate on death row on his last strike, and you need to put that man in the middle of that defensive line. And look, as long as you get back there to that quarterback, you out. Soon as you miss that quarterback, you going right back down there to Reedsville on the doggone chain game. That's what you need. You need a killer out there. No, matter of fact, you need 3 because I want that kind of pressure in the middle all the time,
Yeah,
so
man,
that
we
you
need
can
that pressure in the
occupy
middle.
2 or 3 people. That's what I need all the time, bringing
We need
pressure. You know, the last person that fit that description for me was Grady Jackson.
Right.
Grady Jackson tore up a running back at least 3 times during the game himself because they couldn't block him. Okay, the Joker. I mean, when the Joker had gas on his stomach, you could see it because it was black smoke coming out the back end of that car. You know, that's the type of person I want on that offense. I want diesel burning vehicles.
We got rid of think about it. We got rid of Rasheed Hageman, who was that type of guy. Remember?
Yeah,
he was like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And when Brian, somebody
you see
hurt.
it. Brian
Somebody
Cox,
hurt in that game.
let's be
Yeah,
real. Brian Cox, you got to remember, Brian Cox is a Bill Parcells disciple for number 1. He played for him, and then not just that, he also played for Jimmy Johnson too down in Miami. So
yep,
and then you got to equate for this. He from East St. Louis, John.
yeah.
Same place Jacob Journey Kersey and all them are from. Look, that man had a different pedigree that nobody would cross him on the field, and even when he was a coach.
Yeah, and man, look, he had Rasheed Hageman right by the end of 2016 because Rasheed Hageman was getting back there and was opening up holes for Grady Jarrett
and Deion Jones and them boys.
Yeah, he was opening up holes because they couldn't stop him. He hit Tom Brady on the ankle and it knocked him over. I said, man, that joke just like a bear swiping at a doggone squirrel. Whack! You know, see that what I'm saying. Yeah, cause see, hey, you know when them lions and stuff, they can't catch you. The first thing they do, they take that paw and knock them feet off them up under those gazelles. If they can get within range of them, they knock the legs off them under those gazelles. And once they fall, it's all over with.
John, but people don't understand. The shoestring tackle never goes out of style.
Oh no!
Not getting them on the ground. Everybody,
that's my favorite tackle. My favorite tackle.
Shoestring tackle do not look. The shoestring tackle make people look worse than somebody coming and knocking your block off. That's the worst.
Hey, especially when you're trying to doggone stay on your feet.
Hey, but I will
look like you
them damn ankles
above
ice. Right off under you.
But so here's the thing, gentlemen, and we're gonna wrap this up. John, I'm gonna start with you. What do you see the score prediction being this week if we can actually get this thing right? We're doing score predictions at this point right now.
Yeah, I generally I can't. I don't do prediction. I know what I want to see.
Okay, all right. Give me what you want to see, even though we know it might not happen. But what would you like to see, sir?
58-3.
God.
We'll take that. Listen,
I want 58-3.
hey, K-Dub, I'll take that all day.
I will take
that's what I want to see. Cause see, this is Sunday night football. There is no other game that's going to be on television beside us. Now, I'm giving them a reprieve this week because usually after a mess like what I saw last Sunday, I'd be calling the league office to see if we can flex somebody else into that spot because I don't want people to see Falcons football the way we out there messing up. But I'm going to give them a reprieve. Let's go on there. Let's go on there and don't embarrass my city. That's all I'm asking. Don't embarrass Atlanta.
But you know what, John? The last time we was on Primetime TV on Sunday Night Football, we got robbed out of that Chiefs game last year.
Yeah.
And then we went into Philly, and the blunder that they had in that game, we took advantage of it and we won. So again, I'm not worried about them on Primetime TV because for some reason they saved since Raheem has gotten here, I can say this. They saved their best for that game because again, the Washington game, they didn't embarrass us. We were supposed to go to overtime. That was on the coaching side. But for some reason, We always step up in these games like this for some reason now. I don't mind because we can't embarrass ourselves, but I'm okay with it. Nando, what you got for your score prediction, man?
My score prediction, I got 34-21 Falcons. That Zach Robinson got to call more play action and send people down. We got to stretch the field, man. Somebody got to stretch this field. I don't care if the running game ain't even working. We still could decoy it. It still don't matter. You still got to use it that same way. O'Connell called the game all 4 quarters last week, and you saw they didn't click to the 4th quarter. He stuck with his guns. He stuck to his game plan.
He would
But
call.
I like the fact that we took the training wheels off Penix, but I need to see more play action into this game plan that's called.
Just don't run no stretch plays on the 1 yard line, please.
Just
run straight.
I don't know why he like that stretch play.
Hey, you know what? And me and John harped on this Sunday when he came in the benediction. Boy, John, I'm still heated about that stretch play. We ain't gonna get into that because see, me and you will be on here for another hour just talking about that one play.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't do that.
All right, look, I already told John. I literally was about to take my emergency fund money, slide down to Atlanta, and we was finna pull up on Zach. We was gonna have a nice conversation. John was gonna have a 2x4. I was gonna pretty much have a knockout gas.
And a blanket, because the only thing I want him, cause
I have nothing to do with this.
I had that joke, man. Look at here. I put that blanket part. I had that joker jumping around like Rodney King out there in California.
Oh man, why are you gonna bring up Rodney King?
Yeah, man.
But
man, gonna talk about some Rodney King, boy. Man,
let that man.
What's up, Ant? What you got for the scope prediction, man? Because we on the scope prediction part.
Scope prediction.
What's going on? How y'all boy doing, man?
What's good,
man?
Had a long day, celebrate my youngest son's birthday today, so it's been a great day, man.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Little man, we happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
How old is he?
11 years old.
Oh, wow.
I remember when I was 11.
Oh, Lord, don't say I do too. It ain't like it was the old day, dog.
Man, that's so far in the rearview mirror, I can't even see it. But
man,
mini moon.
Score prediction, I'm gonna say 24-21 Falcons, man. Because right now, Zach Robinson is not my favorite person in that organization right now. It is not. I mean, dude, you had a whole summer of Michael Penix Jr. to say, okay, what's we gonna do about this run game? Are we gonna start doing gap? We're gonna start doing man. You came back to that same pistol that didn't work last year. By the way, we lost 3 elite run blockers in the last 3 months. You lost Drew Dalman, elite run blocker. Chris Lindstrom, of course, he's there. And Caleb McGarry, those are 2 elite run blocks we lost. And you still trying to run to the right side. And you keep it Elijah Wilkinson blocking by himself. Didn't bring nobody over there to hold the chip the rest of the game. But Tampa Bay had somebody over there the whole time. When they right tackle was over there by himself, they had him over the whole time chipping. So on top of that, 24-21 Falcons, man. I'm just tired of Zach Robinson right now. You got to get better. Period.
Okay. Wallace says 27-20. Graybeard, what you got?
I'm gonna be a little bit more optimistic, man. I'm gonna go 32-20 Falcons.
Dang, you still got it close.
I got it close too. I got 35-27 Falcons.
Man, with the way both offenses played last week, ours and theirs, I'm not even going into the damn 30s. I ain't even going into the 50s.
Like
I'm gonna keep it honest with you on this one, fellas.
Trying to be optimistic.
I'm not going over 25.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll say 24-18. And the reason I say that is because of the fact of both offenses. It took for Minnesota to get in that 4th quarter, and Chicago just pissed that game away. They just pissed that away. But when it comes to us, if we can finish the ball game, we can start off strong defensively. We can control the clock. And my X factors that I said were the offensive line and the defensive line. Those are my X factors, because if we can open holes, we can run the ball, we can control the clock. If we can keep Penix clean, we can get some deep shots down the field, or we can get some passing routes that are intermediate routes where our playmakers can make plays, and we can control the time of possession. Those are my keys, and that's the reason I got 24-18.
Yep.
I like that.
And
I like that
JJ
a lot.
McCarthy is still trying to get the speed of the game. He was out just like Penix played 3 games last year. McCarthy didn't play anything. This was his first game minus the preseason.
Mhm.
He looked good, and he looked good.
And McCarthy, when that game slowed down for him, everything changed. So we got to make him uncomfortable from start to finish. If he gets comfortable where we look like we're drawing him a bath and bringing him slippers in a stogie, it's pretty much going to be over with at that point, because I don't trust this defense to close out a game yet until I see it. Because after seeing how we had opportunities to close this out with turnovers and sacks, we didn't get it done. So this is what I got. I got the Falcons winning. We get this first win of the season, and we roll from there.
I just don't want AJ McCarthy just to beat up the middle like freaking Baker Mayfield did when we pretty much almost have containment.
AK still can't have contain. He still messing contain up on that edge.
You ain't lying.
Lord.
We can't let that happen.
Come on, man. You've been here 4 years now.
And then you got Aaron Jones. We're going to get a pretty capable running back.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the scary thing. If we can't stop the run in the middle, because think about it, Bucky Irvin was getting off, the other backs from Tampa was getting off in the middle.
Yep.
And if we can't stop the run in the middle, and this is why I said my D line has to be an X factor, and so does my offensive line. If neither one of these lines can get anything going, we're gonna have a long day, gentlemen.
Yep.
So,
number 18 about to put up another 200 yards.
So fellas, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. John, tell the lovely folks where they can find you at, sir.
You can find me along with my partner Winston on the eye test. Had a good 4-hour show last night, marathon situation. If you guys are up, if you're working at Waffle House, you're working at the bus station, if you're working security, if you're working at the post office, in maintenance control clerk, tune in to the eye test back there.
Hey, appreciate you for giving that plug, John. Thanks for coming through. And you starting the channel now, right?
No. I'm still trying to get particulars, man, but I am on YouTube at Georgia Pride 1978, and right now I'm just trying to get myself together. I got everything. I'm just trying to get myself together, but I'm trying to start doing something soon, man.
Gotcha, man. Georgia Pride, I like it.
Let us know, man. We got you covered.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, fellas, man. Thank y'all, fellas. Hey, what thing? I'm up here in Tennessee. I'm in the territory up here, man. You know, Tennessee, Georgia this weekend. That's why I got my Georgia stuff on. They talking trash. I told y'all, stop looking at the paper. We're going to beat y'all behind this weekend, man. Go Dogs, man. You hear me?
Hey,
Let's
Coach,
go.
Hey, Coach Brant and Melton, that's for y'all. We got 2 Tennessee fans in this BirdCage thing. So, we got some of them here. So
right.
we definitely got it.
Y'all be easy, Bill. Be safe, fellas.
All right.
So, man.
Appreciate you, John. We'll see you on Sunday, my guy. And fellas, appreciate you guys for tapping in, taking time out of your schedule. It's 9:30. We still got time to get a little dinner and watch the rest of this ball game. And we definitely see y'all boys on Sunday. We're gonna do a show after the ball game. So if y'all are able to do it, cool. If not, I understand because it's gonna be late. So
it'll be super late.
Super late.
I don't think I'll be able to get on that one. I got to be up bright and early, but I will try. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll try too, man. Probably about 10 to 15 minutes.
If y'all don't, I'll hold it down. I ain't even worried. And then we'll probably open up something on Monday night too to have you guys to come through and do a little something.
Yeah.
But shout out to Smitty Sports Machine. Thank you, Big Smitty. And A1. Smitty, you doing the damn thing over there on your channel that you were called an assistant host, but we know that was probably a slip of the tongue. But we know Smitty is the host doing the damn thing with the most, and A1 also doing the damn thing too. appreciate y'all boys. So anyways, man, y'all be easy. Graybeard, K-Dub, thank y'all for tapping in. And also, thanks for tapping in to the fans. Without y'all, we don't have this channel. We love y'all, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to us every week on Thursday and supporting us through this time. We got some good things coming, and we're going to get this first win. So, as we say in the cage, man, you either get right or you get left. We'll catch you next time. Ghosts.